Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Vincent Baker. I'm a game designer, and I'm happy to have you here. Today, we're going to discuss Gates of Krystalia, tabletop RPG in anime isekai style. This JRPG without dice but cards. You build your kingdom, forge relationships, become a hero, and that all equals Gates of Krystalia. So, if you haven't heard of this, that's what that is. It was on Kickstarter, recently got funded. They have late pledges open currently. This video is not to endorse them nor attack them. I don't know the team behind the project at all. I don't even know the gameplay mechanics too well when it comes to this game, but what I want to talk about is a more nuanced discussion about game creation, tabletop role-playing games, AI art, and the role that they play within us being game designers making games, and for you being someone who I assume purchases tabletop RPGs, card games, tabletops, just in general. So, with that being said, let's take a look at this project. So, I don't think many people know that this is AI art, or that's actually one of my questions. Do you think that people know this is AI art? I mean, you might say that this seems obvious to you, but do you think it's obvious for most people or for everyone? I mean, is it a problem? Because this project has raised over 30,000 euros and has nearly 1,000 backers, which is pretty big for a first timer company. That is pretty good. So they made good numbers. And so my question is this does this amount of backers not care that's AI art, or do they not know? Now, if you were not aware, at the bottom of a Kickstarter page, it does inform you, or at least, supposed to inform you if it uses AI or not. And this one says use of AI, and then they basically say the entire project was conceived by Andrea, and it goes on to say about how he has passion and experience and et cetera, et cetera. Professional graphic designer. Basically, a lot of stuff to say that yes, it uses AI, but it's not to diminish all the hard work and the graphic design, the gameplay, the story, the mechanics, and all the stuff he put into the game. So I mean, there's multiple questions I have here. Like, A, do you think this is valid? B, do you think people looked at this and could they easily parse that this meant that there's AI here, because it's not like a simple yes or no? Do you think this is trying to cover that up at all? Um, do you think it's okay for games to use AI? Do you think it's not? Do you think it's okay the way they did it? Do you think it's okay if it's packaged so nicely? I mean, the graphic design in this game looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of the graphic design for Vindicated, and admittedly, I'm not as good of a graphic designer. I'll just be honest. I wish I was better. I went to school for it, and the school I went to wasn't the best at teaching me, and so I was basically self-taught. And I can do some similar things, but the guy doing the graphic design for this did a really good job, and I'm always striving to get better at my designs, but I also would love to work with someone that's this good at graphic design. So if that's you, hit me up. Um, but yeah, I'm not here to say things one way or another, or to hate on this project. Again, I'm not here to attack the project or to endorse it. I legit just want to have the discussion, because as someone that has my own business that makes their own games, I mean, this guy, if you do the math, I mean, there's hundreds of pieces of art. I mean, at least over 100 pieces of art, probably maybe even close to 200. And each piece of art in this, I mean, if he was to pay an artist, would cost around $100 each, give or take. Some of this art could be maybe 65, but some of it, like this cover art, could easily be 350, 500 to even a grand. So when you are to average all that out, you're talking $100 to $200,000, which is a lot of money when you have your day job and you're trying to get by, especially if you have a family, if you have pets, if you're paying rent, all this stuff. And so AI is an opportunity to make art that apparently a lot of people can still enjoy and back, and then you don't have to worry about those expenses, and then make 30 grand on top of it. So I'm curious if these backers are aware it's AI and they don't care, and they will support AI generated art within their games, or if you feel like they didn't know. And I'm curious how you feel about it, because that's where I'm coming at with this video, is just asking the question: how do you feel about AI art in games? Does it matter how it's packaged? I don't know, lots of interesting stuff. But if you want to support artists, you can check out our games over at Vindicated, because all of our games have real life art, human art, not AI art. And so, yeah, check out what we got. We also do a lot of anime inspired stuff. That's sort of like our bread and butter. And we have very unique gameplay. I'm very proud of the gameplay we have. We always hear it's like, wow, it's unlike anything else I've ever played. At most, I've heard some people say, well, it feels like a game that you made and a game that you designed, but I can only compare it to like your style of game design. So I do think what we have over at Vindicated is very unique, and I'd love for you to check that out. We also have an amazing Discord community that you can hop right into, talk about all kinds of games and anime. We'd love to see you there. Take care. Stay awesome. Hey, what is up? If you're a fan of anime and tabletop games, then be sure to check out our card games, tabletop role-playing games, and even our manga. We have a lot of fun stuff over there for you to check out on our website, VindicateEntertainment.com. We even have a brand new tabletop role-playing game, Black Paper Moon. Check it out, and we'll see you there.